humans. I hope you're all having a wonderful gem of a day. Today is my first yearly favorites video. So this one is my 2016 makeup favorites. Now I have a lot of things here to get through, so I really hope this isn't a long video. And without further ado, let us get into the favorites, because otherwise I will ramble on forever and ever and ever and you will never be able to shut me up. Okay, so I'm kind of going to split it into two sections, face and eyes. So I'm starting out with my face, and my first favorite is my L'Oreal Infallible mattifying base. Oh my goodness, this has been an absolute godsend this year. Before this I was using, I've forgotten the name of it, I'll put it on the screen, but I was using that for ages and it wasn't a mattifying base, it was just a regular primer. If you know anything about me and you've seen my channel at all, you will know that I have very oily skin, so I really need to have a primer that is mattifying and specifically for oily skin. So I start out with my simple oil balancing moisturizer or just my simple regular moisturizer, and then I go in with a mattifying base, and this one's been really good for that. It lasts all day. I don't really get oily. I do get slightly oily in my T-zone still. That's pretty much, I can't really help getting oily in my T-zone after a while. Like after 6 or 7 hours I start to get really oily, but apart from that it's like so much better. Oh my goodness. Another thing that I've tried for combating my oily skin, I used to use my Face of Australia loose translucent powder, but I've switched to this Rimmel Stay Matte powder, which is amazing again if you have oily skin. So I basically just put this all over my face. I really pack it on, but it doesn't look like you're really packing it on. Like with my Face of Australia one, I liked it because I could pack on more product, except it was really obvious that I was packing on more product. It was like really powdery after a while. Like if you kept packing it on, it got really powdery. So I really like this one because it doesn't look powdery. It looks like you just have makeup on. Like it doesn't look like you're packing heaps of powder on, and after a while it sinks into the skin and it just looks really natural. So I've really been liking this for combating oil as well. And then my third sort of product for oily skin this year that I've been loving was my L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist, and I use this straight after I've done my makeup. I just spray this all over my face, a really generous amount, and that really helps again with oil and shine. So the three of those products together have been amazing for combating oil. And if you're working long hours and you can't really be bothered to touch up, because I literally can never be bothered to touch up. So I'm a very lazy person, and things like that, products that I don't need to touch up, they're just amazing for me. And all of these things actually that I'm going to show you today have been really long lasting. Like that's one of the things, like the main thing I would say that I look for in makeup products is long lasting, because like I said, I'm really lazy, so if it's long lasting then I'm like sold. Now something I started using fairly recently but I have been absolutely loving is my Sleek color correcting palette. Now I use this in pretty much every single video. I absolutely love it. I have extremely pigmented, acne scarred skin, especially on my cheeks. My cheek areas are really bad for acne scarring. They have a lot of dark marks and redness. I get a lot of redness around my nose and obviously under my eyes. Pretty much everybody has darkness under their eyes. So what I do is I use the pink shade for any dark spots, so my acne scars are quite dark, and then I use the yellow shade for under my eyes and the green shade for any redness I have, so like around my nose. On my nose is actually fairly red, so I use it on my nose as well, and just any other red patches I see. And this has been amazing for lessening the amount of foundation I use, because I do tend to use a fair bit of foundation otherwise, so it's really good for not wasting foundation. If you find that you go through foundation really quickly because you have to keep packing it on, this is really good for that, because you can just put a tiny bit on. So yeah, I've really been loving that for my foundation. And then for foundation, I have been loving my L'Oreal True Match foundation. Oh my goodness, I've loved this for years and years, and this year has been no exception. I have been absolutely loving it. I am in the shade 3N normally, but when I'm not tan, because I fake tan, I am 2N or sometimes 1N, but it's always N. I don't know, is that neutral? I think that's neutral, yeah. So they have a system for different skin tones, because obviously your skin coloring is different depending on how much redness you have, how much sort of blue undertones, how many yellow undertones, how many pink undertones you have in your skin. Everybody has different skin. So I really like L'Oreal True Match in that way, in that it's really good for different skin tones and different skin types. They have warm, cool, and then neutral. I'm just neutral. It literally looks so beautiful on the skin. Like sometimes I'll look back, like I was watching back my Amsterdam vlogs the other day, I just looked at my skin and I was like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. What was I wearing? And then I realized that I was wearing that. And I switched for a while to the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation, and I really liked that at first, but it's not that long lasting. Like it gets quite patchy, and for example for me, especially because I have this really dark pigmentation on my cheeks, it started to come off there sometimes, like throughout the day. I took a while to repurchase the L'Oreal True Match because I'm lazy and I don't have any money, so I was using that for a while and I was like, I have to go back to my True Match. It's just too good. So yeah, I've been loving my L'Oreal True Match this year. For concealer, this will be no surprise if you watch my videos. I always use my Maybelline Eraser Eye Concealer. It used to be called Age Rewind. Now they changed the name. I don't know why, but this is freaking amazing. I absolutely love this. I'm not that bad with concealer. Like, I don't find that many concealers I don't like. I know a lot of people are really, really picky with concealer, and I don't think this is the most heavy coverage, but I actually really like that because I use it for more highlighting than anything else. I use my color correcting palette for underneath my eyes. So basically when I put my concealer on, my face is pretty much already done. Like, I don't really need any more concealing. So I kind of just use this for highlighting. So like underneath my eyes, around my nose, down the center of my nose. Sometimes I'll do a bit on my forehead and on my chin. And it's really, really good for that. I don't really use it to conceal, but it is amazing for just brightening up sort of like the center of your face. For contour, I have been loving my Makeup Revolution Ultra Pro HD contour palette. These are just gorgeous. Oh my goodness. These are really nice and natural. I usually use these two shades. For a while I was using these two, but they're so versatile, like depending on what look you want. If you are going for more of a cool tone look or more of a warm tone look, I just love how you can pretty much create anything with this, and you can use that shade under your eyes, and it's not expensive. So yeah, I've been loving this one. Also from Makeup Revolution, I've been loving my Makeup Revolution blush palette in Blush Queen, and again, this is just really, really versatile. It has so many different colors. It's not the most pigmented, but I actually really like that because I'm not a fan of blushes that are like super pigmented and it's like, whoa, girl, you're wearing so much blush. I really like how this is just quite natural and sort of, it's almost like a wash of color. Some of the shades are more sort of metallic and shiny, which is really nice because it kind of gives like a reflective look. I actually really love that when blush is kind of a bit shiny and reflective. So like these two shades are really reflective. This has been a go-to pretty much every day for me. Okay, moving on to highlight, my favorite part. I've been loving Sleek this year for highlights. I mean, everybody has. The Solstice palette, I mean, need I say more? It is gorgeous. It is just the most beautiful palette. I don't really use this shade at all. This is the cream shade. I don't really use it. I think I've used it maybe like once, but these three, depending on what look I'm going for, I can like just use this for any look, like for cool tone, warm tone. I have the gold shade on today. I usually use this one. That's like my most used, even though it's actually the least natural. It's quite gold, like it kind of looks like you've got an eyeshadow on, but I actually love it so much. This one is so pigmented and like, whoa, it is like, you can see it from space, and same with this one. That one's amazing as well. So I usually use this if I'm going for like a cool toned look. I wouldn't say it's purple. It doesn't really look purple, but it's kind of just like a cool toned highlight. So yeah, these are amazing. And then the other one that I got recently was the Precious Metals highlighting palette. I'm not as big of a fan of this. Like this one, this is very gold. Like this is almost too far for me. It's very, very, very dark. So if you have a dark skin tone, this would actually look really beautiful on you, but on me it's way too dark. It's like more like a low light than a highlight. And the rest of them are cream products, which is another reason why I don't use this as much. I don't use cream products that much because again, I have oily skin, so I put a lot of powders on my face. Any sort of cream product I have to put underneath my powders and sort of put powder around it, so I'm just lazy again, so I prefer powder highlights. But I really love this beautiful shade. This is the shade Platinum. So it's like a white highlight. This is really nice for a natural looking highlight. It is so gorgeous. It just looks like you're glowing. It doesn't look like you have put highlight on. I'm not as big of a fan of, I can't remember which one it is. It's either this one or this one. One of them's really glittery, like it has quite big chunks of glitter. So really it's just this shade that I love. Okay, I think it's this one that I don't like. So I like these two at the top here. These are really beautiful for a more natural highlight, and if you like cream highlights, these are gorgeous. Okay, moving on to the eyes. Now again, if you have watched any of my videos, then you will know that I am obsessed with the Maybelline 24-hour color tattoos. I have 7 of them. They are, oh my goodness, they are amazing. They are so beautiful and long lasting. I mean, they last literally all day and like for 5 days, I bet, if you wore them. They're amazing, and their colors are so pigmented and gorgeous. So my 3 favorites are Barely Branded, which is like a beautiful reflective. This is actually gorgeous as a highlight. I use this as a highlight in a couple of my videos, and it is beautiful. So this is really beautiful for if you're putting on a base but you want it to be kind of a bit reflective. If you're wanting your eyeshadow to really pop and be really shiny and sparkly and gorgeous, then this is really, really nice to put underneath. Creme de Nude, which I use pretty much every single time I do my base, I use this. This is a really good dupe for MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, which a lot of beauty YouTubers use, but this is like the same. It's basically the same thing and a million times cheaper. It is so gorgeous. This is beautiful for a base. It just totally wipes out any like darkness or pigmentation on your eyes, or any of the veins on your eyes. It literally creates a completely blank canvas, so you can put anything you want over the top of it and it will just really pop. So I've been loving this one. And then an old favorite, this was the first color tattoo I ever bought, the Badge of the Bronze. This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is like me in an eyeshadow. It is just, oh, I love this so much. This is one of my favorite makeup products of all time. A new product I have discovered this year, which I have heard of before and I really wanted to try them because they're really cheap, was the Barry M Dazzle Dust Pots. Now this one is in the shade 44 or 635. I have no idea. It's really annoying. They don't have names. I think they actually do have names, but it's not written on them. This is like a loose pigment and it is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, it's so pigmented. I mean, it's a pigment. It's very pigmented. It is beautiful for if you have warm toned skin and you want a beautiful reflective. I mean, it is just, you can use this like by itself on your eyes and it is gorgeous. It's like a really dark warm gold, which I absolutely love. It's like a copper shade. So yeah, I've been loving this one. Okay, for eyeshadows, I have been loving the Sleek eyeshadow palettes this year. Oh my goodness, I've used these for like every single makeup look basically. They're just so gorgeous. My favorite is Storm. This was the first one I bought and it is so beautiful. It's so versatile. Like there's so many different shades in here. There's a lot of shimmery shades, which I love. I wear so many shimmery eyeshadows and I've used this all year. Like this is just beautiful. And then this one's a newer one. This is Vintage Romance and this is just gorgeous for autumn and winter. It's got some beautiful sort of burgundy cranberry shades. It is beautiful, this one. I absolutely love this. Something else that I've been loving this year is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencils. These are beautiful. Like they're so pigmented and creamy. They're really creamy. I love the texture of these and they're really good because you can use them for the lips as well. So if you wanted to use these on your lips, they're really gorgeous for that. And you can pretty much line your lips with these as well because they're kind of like a pencil shape. This one got a little bit ruined. I used this in one of my Halloween tutorials and it got totally ruined. I have no idea how, but this is beautiful. This is in French Fries and it is a gorgeous coppery shade. Oh my goodness, this is so ruined. Oh, these were quite unexpected. I didn't expect to like these. I kind of just bought these for Halloween looks and for specific looks. I didn't expect to love them as much as I do. I don't really use them in real life. Like I don't use them for regular everyday, but these are really beautiful if you want a particular look and you want it to be long lasting because these actually do last a really long time. I only just bought the Milk pencil, which every single beauty YouTuber uses in their waterline. It's like famous, this one. I thought, well, I love the other ones and everybody and their mother seems to be using this, so yeah, I'm excited to try this one. For eyeliner, I have been loving my L'Oreal Superliner Perfect Slim for liquid liner and then my Maybelline Lasting Drama Eyestudio Gel Liner 24 hour for gel eyeliner. I pretty much use these interchangeably. This one is not as good. So if you have a lot of eyeshadow packed onto your eye and it's like a really kind of thick layer, this one's not as good because it's not as black. You can see a little bit of the eyeshadow underneath it. If you're just wearing like a really thin layer of eyeshadow, I mean, I pack my eyeshadow on because I really want it to be pigmented and I want you to be able to see it from way away, so I put a lot of eyeshadow on. So this one's not as good for that, but if you're just wearing a simple eye look and you just want some eyeliner, this is really easy as well. This is really easy to use. You can literally just draw it on and it's just, you're good to go. This takes like 2 seconds to put on and it is beautiful. It lasts all day. But yeah, like I said, it is slightly transparent. So if you're wearing lots of eyeshadow underneath it, then this isn't as good. But this one, this is what I use for if I am wearing a lot of eyeshadow. If I'm really packing on that eyeshadow, this is amazing because this is so black. I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing a fair bit of eyeshadow today again because I mean, yeah, I wear a lot of eyeshadow. It comes with this little brush and I actually do use this. I've heard some people say that they hate it, but I actually really like it. I only use this end. I just find it really easy to use and I haven't had any problems with it, so I've been loving this one. For brows, this will definitely not be a surprise to you if you watch any of my videos. I always use my Maybelline The Nudes palette. I know it's not an actual brow product. I don't know. All the brow products I've used, I haven't particularly liked that much, but this is so good. If you have dyed your hair and you are looking for a slightly lighter tone, this is really good because it has so many browns in it that it's pretty much for any hair color you can use this. I just use a angled sort of, I think this is actually a liner brush, but this is amazing. I love these together. So I usually use this shade or this shade. So if I'm looking for a more natural look, I'll use this one, and for a more dramatic look, I'll use this one. Today I use this one. I just use it with this, I use a spoolie, and I just love it. It's just, it always works for me, and every time I use a brow product, I just always come back to this because it's so pigmented and it's such a gorgeous color. For lashes, I have been loving my Eylure Girls Night lashes. This is the Cheryl Cole range. I am wearing them today. They're just beautiful and fluttery and sexy and feminine. I pretty much only wear eyelashes that go out on the outer corner because I really like the look of pretty much everything I do to my eyes is to make them look longer and sleeker and slimmer. So I really love eyelashes that get bigger on the outer corner because that makes your eye look longer and bigger. So these have been amazing for that. I don't actually wear eyelashes in real everyday life. Like, I pretty much never wear them. I pretty much just wear them on camera, but yeah, whenever I do wear eyelashes, these are my absolute go-tos. And then my Eylure Enchanted After Dark lashes in Queen of Night have been my go-to for a little bit more dramatic look. It's pretty much the exact same, it's just a little bit more dramatic and a little bit longer. So this is if I'm going for something really dramatic and really crazy, but I still want that, like the longer lashes in the outer corner. These are gorgeous. Okay, for lips, I actually only have one product to show you. I have been loving other products, but these are just my absolute favorites. Oh my goodness. These are the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Liquid Lipsticks. They are amazing. They are like my absolute favorites of all time. I'm wearing this one today. This is the Passion one. This is like a red color, and this one's more like a, I don't know what you'd call this. It's like a purpley pink, like a dark purpley pink color. These last 100 years. If you never took this off, like, it would last you freaking forever because these just do not go anywhere. I mean, I wore this one for a 10-hour shift at work, and then I went out for dinner, and then I went out for drinks, and I came home at midnight, and it was still perfect. It was still totally on. It hadn't budged at all. It was totally on. And everyone kept saying, like, did you retouch your lipstick? Like, how is it so perfect? And I was like, I have no idea. I didn't do anything. It's just still there. So if you are looking for a long-lasting lipstick, look no further. I get so many compliments when I wear this. Like, so many compliments. It is amazing. My absolute, pretty much all-time favorite lipstick. Yeah, I don't think I will ever part with them because they're just... they're my babies. Okay, and then last thing, I really hope this video isn't too long. I think I've done okay with the rambling. I don't think I've rambled too much. I'm going to go on to brushes. So again, starting out with the face, I have been loving this brush. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry I didn't wash these because they would have been all wet for this video, and yeah, I don't really have time to wash them and wait for them to dry, so I'm sorry they're going to be a little bit dirty. I do wash my brushes, I just don't wash them every day. I wash them like every couple of weeks maybe. That might seem gross to some people, but I don't care. I'm lazy and I always forget to do it. So this is the Zoeva Luxe Contour Artist brush. It is beautiful. I got it from my best friend. She sent it for me for my birthday. Thank you so much, Steph. It is gorgeous. I love it. I used to use a Real Techniques brush, and it was sort of like a really dense, short, flat brush, and that was amazing for a really striking contour. It was gorgeous, gorgeous for that. But for real life, for every day, for bright sunshine, that was not a good look. Like, it was really, really obvious that I had this stripe, and like I said, that's really good for videos and for sort of studio lighting. You can't really see it as much, and I do really like that brush, but I have fallen in love with this. So basically, it kind of works the same way. So it pretty much starts out as the same as my other brush, but then it fans out into this sort of fluffy end. So you kind of, it blends as you go. I mean, I know there are other brushes out there like this, and I don't know, I haven't tried them, but pretty much anything like this I think would be amazing because it's so natural. It just blends as you go and it doesn't leave a harsh line. I mean, I used it today and it is just gorgeous. I'm in love with this. For blusher, I have used this for actually quite a while and I'm still loving it. This is, I actually have no idea what this is called. The name is not on it anymore. I think it's a Nude by Nature brush. I have no idea. I'm gonna look it up and put it on the screen or in the description or something. I'm really sorry, but this is beautiful for blush. I mean, it is so dense, but at the same time, it doesn't put too much on. Like, it's just the perfect amount and it's the perfect size, the perfect shape. So I usually sort of put it on my cheeks and then blend it out, and it is just so beautiful. I absolutely love this for blush. For highlight, again, I think this is Nude by Nature one. This doesn't have the name on it either, but I have been loving this one. It's like quite a wide sort of flat brush. This is so amazing for highlight. It's really like precise, but at the same time it's not just like a stripe, like you can kind of blend it as well. So I really like that, because I don't like brushes that are too big because they kind of put highlight all over your face, like you can't really control where it goes. So I really like this because it's small, but at the same time it's not too small that it's just like a stripe and you can't really blend it. So yeah, this is really amazing for highlight. For nose contour, I used to use a brush, I think it was a Sigma brush, but it was a little bit too big, so I've been loving this Real Techniques brush. This is just a shading brush, but this is really amazing for nose contour. I actually have quite a small nose. Now I do have a wide nose, so in proportion to my face, my nose is quite big, but in comparison to other people's noses, it's quite small, if that makes any sense at all. So basically I need quite a small brush for my nose to really get those lines. So I used this one today, and this is just amazing. Like, this puts on just enough. You don't want a brush that's too small or too big, because either way it doesn't really work. Like, it kind of defeats the purpose. You need one that's kind of in between. So I found this is the perfect shape and size for my nose. I mean, it depends. The shape of your nose, the size of your nose, it really will depend. So I think for nose contouring, pretty much everybody is going to be different with what they like, but this one has been amazing for me. I've just been loving using this one. I think this is the last product. This is the last product. So this is a Sigma eyeliner pencil. This is amazing for underneath the eyes. I always use this every single day. I used it today for under my eyes, and it's really beautiful for a natural but precise line underneath your eyes. So if you just want to kind of finish off your eye look, but you don't want to put too much on. So this doesn't pack too much on, which I really like, because some brushes pack so much on to underneath your eyes, and I don't like a lot there. I like it to just kind of finish it off so it's not like really obvious that my eye just kind of stops there. So I really like this for that one, because it's really natural and it blends it out really nicely. So yeah, this one is a go-to for me. Oh no, that's not the last one. This is my last product. Oh my goodness, I love this. Sorry again, it's so dirty, but this is, oh, I love this so much. I used to use brushes for my foundation. Actually no, I used to use my fingers for my foundation. Everything else I've used has not even compared to this. I mean, actually, using your fingers is really good if you have naturally clear, good skin. I really love fingers for that, because it really blends it so naturally. It just looks like skin. It is amazing for that, but my skin, I cannot get away with that. If I'm having a really good skin day, sometimes I can get away with that if I kind of put more on. But for every single day, every day I use this, and it is just amazing. I use it for my foundation, I use it for my concealer. Sometimes if I put a little bit too much of something on, if I put too much blush on or too much highlighter, I just pounce it over and blend it in, and it just sinks it into the skin. And did I even say what this is? This is the Real Techniques sponge. The Real Techniques sponge. It's not a beauty blender. It looks like a beauty blender. I haven't tried the beauty blender, but this is fine for me. This works amazingly. I absolutely love it. It looks so natural, so beautiful, so gorgeous. It packs just enough on. I don't actually use it wet. A lot of people use beauty blenders or sponges wet. I used to use this wet, and then I don't know what it was. I just prefer it dry. I like it when it's actually got more product on it. That's another reason I don't really wash my brushes that often, because I actually really like them when they have some product on them, because they don't soak up as much. So this is really good if you've used it a few times and it's kind of soaked up the foundation, because it picks up just enough. It's like the perfect mix of everything at that point. Like, I feel like when I've just washed this, I don't particularly like it. I have to pack on quite a lot of foundation before it like does anything. So I really like this when I've used it a few times. So yeah, this is absolutely my absolute holy grail #1 product for my face. Not product, but like brush sort of thing, like sponge for my face. I love this. By the way, if you're wondering why I have Christmas nails, it is Boxing Day today, so yeah, these are left over from yesterday. But yeah, that is my 2016 beauty makeup favorites. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below what you would like to see next. Also subscribe for more makeup videos. I do celebrity and film makeup looks as well as other makeup looks. Also let me know if the sound is any better in this video, because I'm actually using a new microphone. I got it for Christmas. So this is the Yeti microphone, and I don't know, is it good? Is it bad? Let me know if you can hear a difference in the sound. I don't know if this is gonna work. I might have to scrap the audio. I might have to change the settings a little bit, but yeah, I'm kind of just testing it out at the moment. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!